What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kasey, and I'm finally back with another video. Okay, life has been taking me down and through it. I've just been super busy, and I am still keeping my dedication to be committed to this channel. So we're back. So I'm just a girl, and honestly, life has been taking me through it. And so I came over here to just make this video titled I'm Just a Girl Trying to Make It with Christ. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when I try to be more intentional about living my life with Christ, life starts to life harder than it did before. And one pastor or preacher, I don't know what he calls himself, but I saw him on either on YouTube or TikTok. But he said once your flesh is satisfied, then of course it's easier for you to repent or get back on oh, I'm gonna walk closer to God or whatever. But I feel like when you really be committed, that's when the trials really start to come. So I'm gonna be honest, work as a news reporter has really, or a news anchor has really drained me. I'm gonna be honest. We had flooding on Saturday and then 4 inches of snow on Tuesday, and I was a manager on call. It's just been a hot mess, okay? And so now we're back. So I had some struggles. I just want to be transparent with you guys about that. And I'm trying to remain faithful. And so I feel like overall my stress handling, I'm gonna give it a B minus. No, I'm just gonna give it a B. I feel like it could have been better, but it wasn't A plus worthy. So I did take some notes and I have them here, and so I kind of want to go over it with you. And so one of the things that I really wanted to do, I have not been consistent with my February habits at all. My habits are so just shot in February. My January was cool, my December was cool, but February is over. And so I want to talk a little bit about Romans 7:15, and it says, I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate, I do. And that's exactly how I feel. I wanted to lose weight, for instance, and I went the opposite way. You want to know why? Because I was drinking wine. I ordered some Girl Scout cookies, and so obviously I tore those cookies up, and that just didn't help. And so I do want to say that, as long as you understand your actions and your habits, there is room for change. If you do not see your blind spots, then it's hard to change something that you don't understand. Okay, so we cannot be perfect in faith, we cannot be perfect in faith, but just embrace grace to, continue to move forward and just get better each and every day, right? So I wrote down some practical tips on ways you can make it work, because like I said, I'm just a girl, and this is how this is when I gave up. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm a very independent woman. I really do feel that way. I came home one night at 11 o'clock, and my smoke detector battery was low. And you know how it does that little chirping thing? It literally grinds my gears. I don't see how people ignore it. I have no idea, but I can't. Okay. So I took the battery out. I literally climbed up on my bar stool and put some stuff on top because I didn't have a ladder to reach it, and took the battery out, but it didn't stop because it's hardwired in. So I called my dad at 11:30, and I'm like, Dad, I'm so sorry to call you, wake you up. I promise this is an emergency. My smoke detector battery is chirping and I don't know what to do. And poor him, he was just like, well, put it back in there. And I was like, but Dad, the battery is low, that's why it's chirping. He was like, just put it in there overnight, and it'll stop. So it gives you time to get the battery replaced. And that thing worked. I gave up. So I, after that, had quiet time. I sat here and was like, okay, because if I would have had to go to sleep with that chirping, I think I would have punched myself in the face. I'm just gonna be honest. So I have started incorporating more quiet time routines. Usually, whenever I'm stressed, I will still make time to call my friends and talk to them. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't, because I haven't had the energy to give. I needed to fill me back up before I could fill somebody else up. And quite frankly, I didn't even want to laugh, talk, and kiki with them. So I would just come home and go to sleep because it was just too much for me. But when there was a time where I was just like, okay, like this past week, within the last week, I called my friend and I just straight up, I was like, I know you're at work right now, but I need prayer right now. Like, I feel mentally scattered and I just need to recalibrate for the day. And I need somebody to touch and agree with me on this prayer because I have a lot on my plate right now. Can you please just pray for me? And she prayed for me. And my day was great. Everything was great. And I know it's because like I had somebody touching and agreeing with me to have a Christ-filled day. And I felt like I just like, yes, you can pray for yourself. I'm not trying to say that you can't, but sometimes even if she said the exact same words that I would have said, it's still just having that peace of mind maybe that where it's just like, okay, somebody else knows my struggle. They're battling this with me in the spirit, you know? And so, yeah, Philippians 1:6, he who begins a good work in you will carry it on to completion. And that's exactly what I felt. You know, he began a good work in me. So, of course, he gave me the strength to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? And so why am I second guessing me? You know what I'm saying? I can do this. I have worked hard to be able to do the things that I can do now. I have grown my bandwidth through Christ to do these things. And when the enemy wants to come in and attack me mentally to say I can't do it, I know that I can. You know what I mean? And having that spiritual reminder was everything I needed. So, and I feel like and I hope to do this video coming up, but I feel like I was just in a place where I just wanted to be quote unquote like perfect. Like I know what I would like for my life to be like in the long term, but it's like I want that right now, and it's like throwing me off a little bit because it's like I know what I need to do to get there, but it's like I'm not giving myself the time to do it. And so I'm just like, you know, let's just keep in mind that God's not keeping score. He's keeping you. You know what I'm saying, sis? So he's keeping me. He's not keeping score of what all is going on. He's just out here protecting us any type of way he can and knows how, and we just let him. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even think about all the way he's protecting us. Like yesterday, for the last couple of days, I have drove in the snow in my little BMW 750, and baby, I don't know how I made it through that snow without skidding in that car. God kept me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm on a mission and he has kept me and he's not keeping score. And I just feel so amazing just thinking about that. Like when I got home and went to sleep, I just almost cried because I'm like, the Lord literally let me get here. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think twice about like if I was going to slide off the road. I was like, no, God's going to keep me, you know, and that's just going to be that. So, yeah, so that's what I have right there. I would just continue to work on your quiet time, know your limits, know your bandwidth. And, you know, don't be afraid to cut off certain things that may not serve you right now, or that you feel like you cannot give 100% in that area, because at the end of the day, if you can't give 100%, then that person is going to resent you. That's what I think, because they may not be able to give you grace where you need it. And if you can't give 100%, then you're also going to start resenting yourself. That's what I do. Because then I blame myself, like, no, I know I could be better than this. I know that, you know what I'm saying? So just making sure that you're pouring into your cup equally, and however you want to do that. And just remember Matthew 11:28, come to me all who are weary and heavy laden, for I will give you rest. You know what I'm saying? And so all you can do is just continue to reach out for God in this moment where you just feel like, I'm just a girl, you know, like I'm just a girl. And the Lord is like, you are my child, come be with me, you know? And so, yeah, that's what I got for you today. Just a little bit of encouragement on the uphill of this. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And be sure to leave a comment if you care. That would be awesome. And I will see you next week for sure. Okay? Next week for sure. Okay, bye.